Morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. So let's get these cards shuffled. And on the way, I was listening to podcasts and tarot readings and whatnot this morning. And I thought it was interesting. I watched Carrie's Taurus reading, the extended, a couple of times because she was able to jump back and forth between being a precious mom to her little rescue kitten, and then jumping right back into what she was talking about in the reading. And I thought, I cannot multitask like that. There's no way my brain could jump around like that, but maybe it can. I don't know. I just found it was interesting, so I watched it a few times, and it was fascinating to me. But then human behavior in general is fascinating to me. So I'm a nerd that way, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's why I love Chase Hughes so much. I've been trying to read his book Tongue, but it is not the easiest of reads. Some of it just doesn't make sense to me, and I have to just keep reading. So if any of you have read through the whole thing, let me know your thoughts on that. Like, am I just so completely, I don't know, logical in order that the way he's got this thing written, it's just not making sense to me. But anyway, let's get the energies for today. Four of Cups in the reverse. So deciding what's for you and rejecting that which is not. So maybe the keywords say numbness, but I don't think it's numbness. I think it's just I think it means what's for you might change, right? And so the cup that was offered to you before that you rejected, you're now looking at it from a different perspective. I like the roots. The roots are jumping out at me, the roots of the tree. So, and even her root chakra, right? She's grounded in her root chakra. I feel like maybe it's a little ungrounded. Maybe it's a little feeling out of your comfort zone, feeling like you're not safe. And by safe, guys, safe is subjective. Right? We can be physically safe and still not feel safe. If you're not in an emotionally safe environment, if you are around people who are not, what's the word I want to use? Cognizant. If they don't have an EQ, right? If everything's all about intelligence and IQ and they have zero EQ, your woolly mammoth, whether you know it or not, like, they'll know that person is inherently unsafe because they're AI, right? They're just AI. They are all-knowing, but no feeling. And that can feel really ungrounded and unsafe. So knowing that is not, and maybe for some people it is safe. I don't know. But figuring out which is safe for you, or you're that person, right? Guys, we got to have an emotional quotient. We got to understand emotions because that's what makes us human. Without emotions, we're just an AI. You might as well be ChatGPT. You know what I mean? And we don't want that. Whoa. That was a lot of cards. I'm going to put these back, but I will keep the Page of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. So that was that, trying to come at you from the heart. But really, the thoughts and words are piercing your safety, your root chakra. This is in the reverse. So I want to look at that INFJ thing, or the INFJ. The Myers-Briggs thing for the Page of Swords. Seek to develop logical explanations for everything under them. Yeah. This is tapping back into emotions, right? Getting rid of that logic and being emotional about it. Like feeling what's right instead of thinking about what's right. I like that for us, because a lot of times, guys, what you feel is right might not be the logical choice. You got to go with the gut feeling in the solar plexus, which is where all of your strength and not creativity, but all of your strength and confidence is. When you've got that solar plexus balanced, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. But the root chakra is a little unbalanced right now. Maybe get some Reiki. We've got the Magician. Knowing that we are, as above, so below. We are the magic. Guys, these cards are not magic. It's the person reading them that makes the magic, not trying to be like arrogant or anything, but you are the magic. And knowing that you can bring your magic to a situation and turn it into whatever you want it to be. Bringing it with love, though. Filling your own cup first. Knowing that you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. This is like the opposite of codependency. This is secure attachment. This is, I can do me and you can do you. And we don't have to agree on all the things, but when push comes to shove, I love you for who you are and you love me for who I am. And I'm not trying to turn you into someone else and you're not trying to turn me into someone else. And it's just a really beautiful way to be. As far as this seeking the Myers-Briggs thing, right? The seeking meaningful connection, ideas, relationships, want to understand what motivates people, are insightful about others. Really understanding people, guys, really understanding. And look, she's not looking. There's no swords here. There's no thoughts. There's no words. It's cups. It's emotion. It's feeling, right? It's all about the feeling. We start with cups. We end with cups. We had some swords in the middle, but we're getting rid of that. And we had the magician. So, as above, so below. As within, so without, right? But you got to feel those things. Because woolly mammoth does not speak language. Woolly mammoth speaks emotion. So what's our advice? Nine of Swords, get out of your head. Get out of your head. And if you aren't sure, then you move to the logic, right? Then you move to the thoughts and the words. But not so much that it's ruminating, right? We don't want ruminating, but we want to be able to name whatever it is that we're feeling. We want a name for it. Guys, if you name your emotion, you can actually cut the intensity of the emotion in half. Like if you're angry, you can literally say, I'm angry, and the anger gets cut in half. Or sad, or depressed, or hopeless, or even happy. But naming it will actually, no, with positive emotions, I think it actually magnifies it. But with negative emotions, it cuts it in half. But name the emotion, right? Name the anxiety. Name the thing that it is that you're overthinking, that you're feeling some type of way about. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the release of self-sabotage, the release of addictions, the release of self-sabotage. Did I already say that? I don't know. But the addictions, the attachments, releasing of attachments, right? You're not attached to the outcome. You're not attached to the person. You're not attached to the label. You're not attached to controlling them. And for you to let that go, or for that to be let go upon you, is very liberating for both sides, right? Very liberating. It's really beautiful, actually. So I'm super happy that we got that. Yeah, the reading was early again today. I don't know. I'll get these little like affirmation-y cards. I trust that my intuition is always leading me in the right direction. And look at the yellow, right? We were talking about the solar plexus. Your intuition, your gut feelings, your messages from divine are in your solar plexus, guys. They don't come in your head or your crown chakra, right? That's where your connection to the energy is, right? And your third eye is where you understand it, and your throat is where you express it, and your heart is where you feel it. But where you hear it is through your solar plexus. Very, very yellow. And I love the daisies. So trust that your intuition is always leading you in the right direction. I love that. I love that for us. Okay, well, now I'm just stretching, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. You guys take care. We'll chat tomorrow.